Hi, this is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this repeating triangle pattern in Photoshop. If you would like the design files for this tutorial, be sure to check out my Patreon page where I upload all of the design files for all of my tutorials here on YouTube. If you'd like to support this channel, go ahead and check that out, and I will leave a link to my Patreon page in the description below. To start off with, let's go ahead and create a new file. So we'll click on New File here. For this, I'm going to use the dimensions of 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. Resolution set to 300 pixels per inch. Color mode is RGB color, and background content set to transparent. Go ahead and click on Create. Photoshop has a triangle shape tool. So if you right click here, you can see the triangle tool. Instead of using the triangle tool for this one, I'm going to actually use the pen tool. So let's start off with by creating some guides. So let's go to View, New Guide Layout, and then setting columns to 4 and rows to 4. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And then accessing my pen tool, P on the keyboard. You can also right click here and select the pen tool. So I'm going to start with my first triangle here, just using the grid lines for help. I'm going to select a point, select another point here, and then we will finish off our triangle. What you'll notice is you'll see that circle dot here at the top. That means you are completing the shape. So we have our shape here, we have it filled. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the fill, and then here for stroke, I'm going to add a black stroke. We'll go ahead and change the stroke width to 50 pixels. And then here in the layers panel, I'm going to go ahead and right click, and I'm going to convert this to a smart object. I like to work with smart objects, especially when I am repeating an element. So let's go ahead and duplicate this layer. Command or Control J will access our Move tool, V here on the keyboard. And then I'm just going to drag it to the side using those guidelines for help there. And then we'll go ahead and duplicate this again, Command or Control J. And then we are going to create more of a brick style repeat. So we are going to put our triangle here. What you'll notice here is part of the triangle starts to move off the screen. So what I need to do is I need to duplicate this and make sure it repeats here at the top as well. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this layer again, Command or Control J. To move it, I'm going to I'm going to use one of my actions from my Photoshop action pack for pattern design. I'm going to move it up 1200 pixels, the size of my canvas, and then we can see that it created a repeat up here. So now we have the basic repeat of our pattern. I'm going to access the marquee tool, that is M on the keyboard. You'll see the tool here, and I'm going to use those grid lines to draw out a rectangle here. With our selection, I'm going to go ahead and define the pattern. So I'm going to go to Edit, Define Pattern. You can give your pattern a name and then just click on OK. And then let's create a new document. So I'm going to go to File, New. This time I'm going to use the dimensions of digital scrapbook paper, which is 3600 pixels by 3600 pixels. Resolution set to 300 pixels per inch. Color mode is RGB color, and background content set to transparent. For this document, I am going to have artboards selected and then just click Create. I'm going to go ahead and use another one of my actions. It's called Pattern Test, and what this does is it brings up a color fill layer, a pattern fill layer, and then another color fill layer for our background color. To access these adjustment layers, you can click on this icon to select the solid color or the pattern fill layer. This top layer is just a clipping mask, so you can right click, and then in this case I can release the clipping mask, and then if you want to create it again, just right click to create clipping mask, and that will clip the top color to our pattern. Selecting my pattern fill layer, I'm going to select our newly created pattern here in the patterns panel. If you do not see the pattern panel, you'll go to Windows and select Patterns. So I'll go ahead and click on this pattern here, and we can see our repeating pattern. When you double click on the pattern fill layer, you have the option to scale it down. So let's go ahead and try a 50% scale. And then with this dialog box open, you have the option to rearrange on the canvas how your pattern looks. If you want to get back to the original, just go ahead and click on Snap to Origin. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK here. Looking at this pattern here, if you decide that you feel like the lines maybe are a little bit too thick, we can jump back into our original document and we will double click on our smart object here. And then just accessing the pen tool here so we can get our shape attributes up here. I'm going to go back to my stroke and let's go ahead and try 20 pixels here for our stroke width. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this, Command or Control S, and then close out, Command or Control W. I'm going to go ahead and deselect our area, Command or Control D, and then accessing the Move tool V here. Now that we have changed the stroke width, I'm going to delete this one. It looks a little bit off as far as how I want it to be positioned. So we're going to reposition that one there. We'll go ahead and hit our up button here again to bring it up there. And then we'll go to the marquee and we are going to reselect this area. And then I'm going to go ahead and define this pattern. Again, you can go to Edit Define Pattern. I'm going to use one of my actions here, Define One Pattern, and we see our newly created pattern here. Jumping back into our other document, let's select our new pattern, and we see our pattern with a thinner line. So depending on your preference, you could always change up the thickness of the line. I kind of like the thinner line a little bit better here. Because we scaled down this pattern, I'm going to go ahead and turn off this color fill layer, and I'm just going to define this pattern at this scale. And then if we click on this new pattern, we see that it gets smaller. We'll jump back up to a scale of 100% here, and we have a new swatch saved at the scale that we like. So we can turn on that background layer again, and then let's go ahead and pick some colors. So I'm going to select this orange here, and then let's just make this one white here. We'll go FFF to get our white color. With this pattern fill layer, you always have the option to play with opacity here. So if we bring it down to 50% opacity, we get a little bit more of a two-tone effect here with our colors. Let's go ahead and jump back over into our original document. We'll go ahead and deselect here, Command or Control D. Jumping back into our shape layer here. We'll select that pen tool again, and then this time let's turn off our stroke, and then we will add a fill here, and then we'll go ahead and save this, Command or Control S, Command or Control W to close it out. Accessing the Move tool V here, let's just make sure our triangle aligns up appropriately. Let's take this top one and we will delete it there, because in this case we have no stroke, so we shouldn't see any overlap here at the top. And let's get our marquee tool out again, M on the keyboard, and we will go ahead and draw out our bounding box here. And then I'm going to define that pattern. We'll see it here in our patterns panel, and then let's go ahead and test it again. So we can bring it down to our 50% scale. And then let's go ahead and just bring this back up to 100% so we can see the white pattern here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here, Command or Control minus key, and then I'm going to access the artboard tool, which is Shift V, and then I'm going to hit that again to get our artboard tool. You can always right click. The artboard tool is here under the Move tool. So with the artboard tool selected, I'm just going to click on the edge here. We'll see a plus icon. If you click on it, it will create a new artboard. I'm going to go ahead and undo that, Command or Control Z. I want to make a duplicate of this instead. So I'm going to go, for Mac users, that's Option click and drag. For PC, it's Alt click and drag. So holding those keys down, Option click, I'm going to drag it to the side here to create a duplicate. And then we can give our artboards a name. So here we have 1 pattern, and then we'll bring this one to 2 pattern, and then we'll just rearrange it here. And then we'll access our second one here. And then I'm going to select our previous pattern here. Let's see what our scale is. We'll come back up to 100%. And we have our 2 variations here. Let's go ahead and try a different color there. And so we have our 2 variations of our triangle pattern. Let's go ahead and export this as digital scrapbook paper. So I'm going to go to File, Export, Export As. Here under Scale All, we see where we can add a suffix to it. So the way that Photoshop will save your different patterns will be based on the artboard name. So right now we have 1 pattern, 2 pattern. If we want to add additional info to this file name, I'm going to add a dash here and then just say triangles. And that will be appended to the end of this file name here. I'm going to select both of these here, and then under File Settings, hitting the Format drop-down arrow, I'm going to select JPEG. And then when it comes to digital scrapbook paper, you want it to be high quality, so you can bring up your quality here. Just note that the higher the quality, the larger the file size here. And then scrolling down under color space, I like to make sure embed color profile is selected, and then just click to export your files. Thank you for watching this video on how to create this fun repeating triangle pattern in Photoshop. In this tutorial, I used my Photoshop actions for pattern design, and I will leave a link in the description where you can get them below. Again, if you want access to all the design files for my tutorials, then you can join me over on Patreon. I will leave a link to it in the description below. Thank you for the support. It helps me to keep making these tutorials. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Be sure to check out my other tutorials on how to create patterns in Photoshop. This is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. See you next time.